Joel Embiid recently shared his views and opinions about his relationship and rivalry that he has with Nikola Jokic. So, for the past 3-4 years, I believe that these two guys with Giannis have really separated themselves from the pack, at least in the regular season. Until last year, the narrative about Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid was that both were generational talents, revolutionizing the position of the center on the basketball court, doing great things, but that they were not winners, that they were only regular season players. And obviously, as everyone knows, Nikola Jokic was able to break through last year, where Joel Embiid got put out the playoffs again in the second round and underperformed in Game 7. Now healthy, 100%, we don't know, but still at this point, like the fact that he still hasn't made a conference finals, like you kind of run out of excuses from him. So you got to look at him too. Like if you're that great, you need to make the conference finals at the very least. Okay, so we got that, right? So myself, I'm more on the Joel Embiid side, I would say, just because my roots are for Cameroon, just like Joel Embiid. So as soon as he stepped into the league, I was like, oh, there's a guy that good from Cameroon. I'm rooting for him. And but I respect Nikola Jokic, and I'm objective enough to say that now that Nikola Jokic has a ring, he is the best player in the world, right? So what was really interesting to me is to hear what Joel Embiid felt about that. So he was on Tyrese Maxey's podcast recently. I didn't even know Tyrese Maxey had a podcast. So what we're going to do is we're going to play what Joel had to say about the rivalry. Then we're going to come back and react to it. But before I play the clip, please like the video and subscribe to the channel.
You like this. You're going to like this one. Okay. Everybody talks about this, right? You, Jokic, whatever. Mm-hmm. I don't never hear you talk about it. So do y'all, like, is it a rivalry for y'all?
I think
you don't talk about it.
I think you can be competitive and not be personal. I love it.
Yeah.
I watch all of his games. Like I watch every game anyways, and if it's on TV, I'm watching his games because I love his game. I love the way he plays basketball. The passing is absurd, freaking, and he's up his scoring ability. Like, I mean, he has to do everything. Like, everything, really, on offense. I mean, just like I do. But, you know, he's just fun watching him, the way he plays. Like, he's just fun, you know, watching a 7-foot center that's able to just dribble and pass the ball and, you know, score. And there's nothing you can do about it because I can relate to that. Because, like, it's just fun. Like, I admire just watching other good players, you know, dominate. But then again, it's like, well, like, you know me, I'm competitive.
Extremely.
So, you know, if you're telling me that, you know,
this person's better than me.
Yeah, this person is better than me, or, that's my competition to try to win a championship.
Yeah.
Guess what? I'm gonna freaking get going and, you know, try to play as hard as I can in every single game.
Respectfully,
respectfully, and I'm going trying to, you know, go at anybody. I go at anybody anyways.
Yeah.
So, like, anybody that I play, it doesn't matter if I play the 29 ranked team in the NBA, whoever is on that side, whatever big man or whoever is guarding me, I'm going at them.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's not personal. He's not like I don't do it against other guys.
Right.
And then that one game, I'm like, okay, I'm coming in, I'm going to dominate you and kick your ass and all that. I just do it. I just try to do it against anybody.
All right, so that was the MVP. And let's get right into it. First off, I really like the fact that he acknowledged that there was a rivalry, but that he still showed love. Because obviously Nikola Jokic is a great player, so I wouldn't have liked it if he just got on there and started bashing or pointing out, I don't know, some flaws into his game. Nikola Jokic is a great player who deserves his respect, right? So you, as Joel Embiid said himself, you can be competitive and still be respectful, and he did just that. Plus, he also acknowledged really head on that, okay, this is the guy that everyone keeps on naming better than me, so I'm coming for that spot with all due respect because I love watching him. I think he's great and everything, but I'm trying to outplay him, and this is the right mindset in my opinion, because I don't like what a lot of players do nowadays when it comes to rivalries. They like to get on there and be like, oh, you know, it's not really a rivalry in between us. I'm only worried about the team and myself and my performance, and that's bullshit. We all know sometimes that it's some matchups that everyone is looking forward to seeing. His teammates have to talk about him to him directly. The coaches, the media, he knows what's up. So I'm glad that he actually did not hype for the challenge, and because he shows that he cares, and he shows that, yeah, man, he's coming for Nikola Jokic. So, and on the other side, Nikola Jokic, I remember seeing several clips of him touching on Embiid's greatness a few times in the past too. So it's respects on both sides, but both are the ultimate competitors. So I'm looking forward for that next matchup that's coming in. I want to say within the next 10 days, we have a Denver versus Philly game. So I'm looking forward to it. And so far, Joel Embiid against Nikola Jokic is 5-2. Advantage Joel Embiid, which is averaging 26, 12, and 3 against Nikola Jokic 22, 9, and 7. So Joel Embiid has really outplayed Nikola Jokic head on so far. And everyone remembers that 47 and 15 he had on Nikola Jokic last year. So as much as I like to see that, at this point, what that means, nothing. That really means that maybe Joel Embiid is the worst matchup for Nikola Jokic, but it doesn't amount to anything until Joel Embiid is able to outperform Nikola Jokic in the playoffs. Comes down to it. Even as a fan, man, again, last year I was on the bandwagon of the people saying Nikola Jokic is worse than Joel Embiid, but now I can't say that. Nikola Jokic has been able to raise or elevate his level of play in the playoffs. He's been able to carry a team that's very good team, but he's not a super team, to the promised land. And Joel Embiid has just not been able to do that, and he's had some great teammates. Now, I don't know if he's ever been healthy in the playoffs. I don't know that he's ever been in a great situation. Despite all of the names that he had playing alongside him, there was never any continuity. So it's hard. For example, when they had Jimmy, when they had Redick in them, Jimmy was only there for 6 months. So it's very rare that you just put together a team on the fly and that you're able to go all the way to the promised land, and they lost to a buzzer beater. So that was maybe that year for them. But it didn't happen, obviously. And since then, he hasn't been able to make it out of the second round. And for such a big talent, it's just not enough. It's unacceptable. He should have won against the Hawks. He was up 3-2 on the Boston Celtics, and he couldn't close the deal. So props to Nikola Jokic for being able to pull that off. And Joel Embiid, it seems like he elevated his game even more this season. Now he's a great facilitator. I'm not going to say great. He's a good facilitator with over 6 assists a game, 12 rebounds. So the rebounding is better. He's at around 35 points a game. So that's amazing. Nikola Jokic is still very, very, very efficient and all around great too. He's averaging 26, something in the 12 rebounds and 9 assists too. So he's balling. So both guys are just... yeah, they're dominating. I would throw Giannis up in there also in that mix just out of respect. But I think these are the top 3 names in the NBA right now. And I'll give the edge to Nikola Jokic. Before I get out of here, I do want to say that what would it actually take for you guys to actually consider being like, okay, Joel Embiid is better than Nikola Jokic? Because right now, Embiid is on pace to go back-to-back for MVP. I don't know if it's going to be a lock or anything, just because, first of all, he needs to be healthy enough. But if he keeps up that level of play, I think he has a great chance of winning it. So that would be 2-2. But when it comes to actually getting the championship, obviously Nikola Jokic has won, right? But the expectations are kind of fucked up, in my opinion. And here's why. In the West, most people would say Denver is the best team when we started the season. But on the East side, especially with James Harden being gone, I know Tyrese Maxey is balling and everything, but no one right now I've seen or heard would say, yeah, Philly is better than Boston. Maybe they have a shot against the Bucks, but against the Celtics, I don't think that anyone would pick Joel Embiid to actually beat the healthy Celtics, the way they're looking right now. So is that really fair to be like, yeah, we need Joel Embiid to win a championship? Or would we be content with the fact that okay, maybe he went ahead against the Bucks, beat the Bucks. He needs to do that. That's for damn sure. He needs to beat the Bucks, and then lost in the conference finals to the Celtics. And depending on how he performs, would we give him our props? I'm genuinely asking. I don't even have a definitive answer for that question. It's just for you guys to tell me in the comment section. What would it take for you guys to actually put Joel Embiid up in there or even above Nikola Jokic at this point? Because, he has to perform. He has to perform. Because if you look at the way Giannis won his ring, for example, he was great in the finals. But if we keep it real, it should have been over in the second round against the Brooklyn Nets. But then everyone picked the Nets, me too. And then Kyrie got hurt and James Harden got hurt. And now Giannis went on to the conference finals. So who's to say that maybe for Joel Embiid, if he's able to get rid of the Bucks, or if the Celtics do it for them, then if they meet in the conference finals, I don't know. I'm not wishing no injury on anyone, but, JT gets hurt, JB gets hurt, and now it's a different story. So I don't know, man. Anyways, y'all got the point. So if you made it this far, I appreciate you guys. Love you. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. And more importantly, get in that comment section and start off the discussion about the two big fellas, man. They're doing great things. And who's the best player in the world, in your opinion, right now? I'm out. Peace.